Yo, what is going on? It is your boy Cade Plays, and in today's video, we're going to bring you some NFL content and something that I've wanted to discuss because this is a trade that happened back in the summer when the Los Angeles Rams sent Matthew Stafford to the Lions for Jared Goff. The Rams also sent 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick. That's a lot of picks just to get Matthew Stafford, and I want to talk about that a little bit. How good has Matthew Stafford been? How good has Jared Goff been on paper? And looking at Matt Stafford's stats on paper, you're going to go, wow, what an upgrade it was for the Los Angeles Rams, to go out and get Matthew Stafford. He has almost double the touchdown Jared Goff has. He has similar interception numbers. Stafford's throwing the ball a little bit more. Stafford has an unbelievable rating, and he's going to be in the MVP race. He's going to be top 5 in the MVP race, but he's also 33 years old. We don't know how long Matt Stafford has in the league. I mean, he's been in the league for 12 seasons, and he's put up great numbers for the Lions and now with the Rams. But how much really did the Rams upgrade trading for Matthew Stafford? And that's what we're going to discuss in the video. First season head coach Dan Campbell was all in for getting Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford. Stafford's aging. The Lions are obviously underachieving the last couple of years. It puts Matthew Stafford in a win now mode with the Rams, who has Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, a lot of targets for Matthew Stafford to throw the ball to. Even last year when Matthew Stafford was on the Lions, I mean, look at who he had. Kenny Galladay. I mean, he's had Calvin Johnson over the years. He's been an MVP, I think, back in 2012. He's thrown over 5,000 yards. He's been a great passer, but he's been a guy who's went in the playoffs for the Lions, who's had pretty good line teams, like 13, 14 teams. Those years, they've been really, really good. They've had 12, 13 wins, and Matthew Stafford sold in the playoffs. He does not have a very good Monday Night Football under the bright lights. He's not a very good player under the lights, is what I'm trying to say. On the national scene, he's kind of choked in the playoffs and in those games. He's kind of, I want to say, overrated. And what the Lions had to take on with getting Jared Goff was they took on a huge contract. 4-year, $134 million for Jared Goff, who, looking at the stats, he's been injured. He's a former 2016 first overall pick in the NFL draft. That draft was very defense heavy, and they 2 quarterbacks went off the board, 1-2. And looking at just a little bit of Goff's numbers, I mean, he's a guy who's thrown for over 20,000 yards in the league since 16, over 130 touchdowns. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, but going this year to the Lions, and I want to talk about something real quick, is the Lions are a dumpster fire. They lost Kenny Galladay. I keep butchering his name. I don't know why. Kenny Galladay to the Giants on a huge contract. Detroit didn't want to give him any money. Terrell Williams, he hasn't played much this year. He's thrown it to Swift out of the backfield. Probably half his receptions or half his completions are to Swift out of the backfield. I'm not lying. Goff's thrown for 3,000 yards on 17 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, which does not jump off the stat page at all. It honestly is pretty bad. But does Jared Goff have the ball? Who does he have to throw the ball to, is my opinion, is what's bad. He does not have any help for the Lions. I don't know what the Lions are really going to do with Jared Goff after this year. Are they going to cut him? Are they going to trade him? I know a couple teams that might want Jared Goff, like a Steelers. The Steelers I see perfect for Jared Goff. I don't think I see the Lions keeping this contract unless they're going to go out and try to give Jared Goff receivers. They have a great line. They went out and got Sewell from Oregon, left tackle, which, yeah, that was a good pick for where they were. They didn't go out and get Devontae Smith. They didn't rush a receiver. They got him, some offensive line help, which is great. But are they going to give Jared Goff time here and for the Lions? This year with the dumpster fire, they've won 2 games. Dan Campbell, this team plays very hard. They believe in Jared Goff and what he's trying to do, because this team plays very, very hard. They play really, really hard. They're a great team. They play hard. They've shown some flashes, the Lions have this year offensively, that have been great. Today, they just beat the Cardinals. As I'm recording this video, they beat them by 2 touchdowns. Things like that. How long are they going to give Jared Goff here? Is he actually that bad? And for a team like this, it's this bad, probably the worst team since the 0-17 Browns back in 2016, I'm going to go ahead and say Jared Goff hadn't played bad this year, and was it that big of an upgrade to go out and get Matt Stafford for 2 first-round picks? Now the Lions have 2 first-round picks in their back pocket to use for this rebuild. But are they going to keep 27-year-old Jared Goff in the building, in the stadium, in this organization? We do not know yet. I know a couple of teams who could get Jared Goff, one being the Steelers, and a long stretch, 2, is going to be the Miami Dolphins bringing in Jared Goff. I don't think I see that happening as much as I see the Steelers because Big Ben's retiring. But the Lions won this trade. They won the trade, and they won the trade by getting 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick for Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, just flipping quarterbacks. And the Rams are 9-4 right now. They're going to go to the playoffs, but we're going to see in the playoffs, okay, does Matthew Stafford step up and win big games and take him to the NFC Championship, to the Super Bowl? We don't know. If the Rams win the Super Bowl, I still think that the Lions win this trade because they get 2 first-round picks. That goes a long ways into a rebuild. That's what they're trying to do. But will Dan Campbell, the GM, will the front office give Jared Goff time? I think they should. I do see him. I don't think I see him getting cut, but it's hard to trade this contract. It's going to be hard to trade this contract of Jared Goff, and I don't see them just keeping him around as a second, third-string quarterback because he's making $134 million in 4 years. That's a lot of money to throw at somebody and just trade him the next season. I don't understand that. Maybe the Lions make a couple of trades. Maybe they make a couple of free agent signings to get Goff the help he needs. They're going to have a lot of first-round picks, and I have a lot of talent. And Jared Goff's only 27 years old. I still think he has I think he has a bright future in the NFL. He's a great arm. Just give him targets. Give him some people to have it. If this Lions team would have had Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks this year, I see Jared Goff maybe right around where Matthew Stafford's numbers are. I really do. You just can't really blame, and you really can't fault Jared Goff being put in a crappy organization with no receivers, no help, no anything, not even a bright future really there, and say, oh, God, the Rams won this trade. I don't think they did. I don't think the Rams won it at all. I think the Lions did. They swapped 2 first-round picks. They got Matthew Stafford. Yeah, he's been great. Matthew Stafford's had a respectable career. Don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but he has never won a big game for the Lions. And will he for the Rams? I don't think so. I don't know. We have a lot to figure out over these next couple of weeks in the NFL, playoffs going on, everything else. How far does the Rams go, and how big of an upgrade was he over Jared Goff? If you have any comments to make over this, if you think I'm wrong, please let me know. I want to hear what y'all have to say about this trade and say about Jared Goff. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, and if you're new, make sure you drop the sub button. We do stuff like this all the time. Until next time, peace.